Right, hello everyone. So let's start. All right, so today we're gonna do the Flutter workshop. So we're gonna use the laptop. So actually we're gonna do the coding to make the chat application today, together. All right, so we are Flutter Montreal organizer. Billy is there, myself, Jhin, and Ali just left, but he will come back. All right, so Flutter Montreal is the Flutter Meetup network. Google have kind of program that, supporting those kind of meetups. So we are part of this, and then we are also part of GDG Montreal. So myself and Ali over there is the also organizer of the GDG. And we do the monthly meetup. So we do tech conference or we do this kind of workshop monthly basis. So if you are interested coming to learn more Flutter, feel free to come. So there's our Discord server URL. So if you are interested, you can join and then we can talk over there. Cool? All right, so let's start with some basic. So what is Flutter? Who knows Flutter? Right, actually many people. Okay, that's good already. So Flutter is the open source framework from Google to create native application for cross-platform, right? So I'm gonna show you the next one. Okay, so language we use is a Dart. So single code base, you can make cross-platform application. All right, so as of May 2023, Google announced that there's the over 1 million application written in Flutter is shipped to hundreds of millions of devices. So actually Flutter is the real thing, it's not kind of illusion. So a lot of people is using it, right? And then I'm gonna show you some showcase. Who's using Flutter, right? So Google have really nice website, showcase the companies they are using Flutter. You see, first thing they use the BMW, you see already. And let me go next one. Google Pay is in Flutter. And Kijiji, everyone Canadian know Kijiji is also in Flutter. And many applications. So Google Classroom, Alibaba is using it, ByteDance, many big players are actually using Flutter. All right, I have another demo. Who is a student here? All right, who is part of the GDSC? Okay, so Google have campaign called GDSC Solution Challenge. So if I open up this one, and I'm gonna search Flutter in this site. So they are like top 3 selected, global top 3 team in the global, the GDSC Solution Challenge winners. So actually many of them is using Flutter to create application for these challenges, meaning that it's really easy to do it first, and then it's productive. So you can make one code base, you can make iOS, Android, and web, and even desktop in single code base. So their choice is the Flutter, just to make it quick, and then you can ship it to the market. Okay, let's go back. So why Flutter? So Flutter is really fast. I told it is the Dart language, but it compiled into native the platform. So if you're using ARM-based CPU or Intel-based, it compiled into the native code. So it's not Java, it's not Kotlin, it's actually running in native code, right? That's why it's so fast, and then it's productive. Flutter provides really nice dev environment. So like famous feature like hot reload. So if you just code update and then if you just press save, then it will automatically update on device. So you can right away you can see the result of the change on your device. And Flutter is flexible, so you still have control of every pixel in the screen. So if you want to go crazy with the design or so on, you can still use the Flutter. All right, so really the basic of the Flutter, we call it widget. So what is widget? So widget is the minimum set of UI. So I wrote there, okay, Flutter widgets are built using a modern framework that takes inspiration from React. So who knows the React already? All right, in the React, there's concept component, right? It's easy. You can think of the wizard, something like component, right? So this one define the UI and then also the state in it. So it's the minimum set of the UI. So this one is like Lego block. So you can put together to make another wizard bigger and then another bigger to make the screen something like on the right. So this one is example from Google, Flutter Gallery. So you can make this kind of thing with Flutter. And yeah, I'm going to show you some documentation. So in Flutter, they have really nice documentation. So I wanted to show you, they also have really nice documentation about the wizard as well. So there's a text wizard, row, column, stack, or container. You can easily read through, and then you can learn from it, and then you can even test it out. So here's the code on the left side, and then if I just press run, it's just running on the browser. Like I say, Flutter is cross-platform, so even when they make documentation, they can also just embed the application in the web page. Okay? And I want to show you another example, the gallery application that I show you on the right side. So this application is written in Flutter. So maybe I can show you one example in here. So this UI is made in Flutter. Do you see it? How it's nice? And this application is also running on the mobile phone. So this reactiveness is already there. So if you render this application on your mobile, it will adapt to your screen size automatically. Next one I'm going to show you is another useful tool for Flutter. They call it Dartpad. So this one is the same thing. You can write your code, and then you can just run right away on the right side, right? But I show you how Dart code you run, but I'm going to show you a Flutter application here. So let's see, count application, which is basic Flutter. So if I run Flutter application code on the left, let's see. So it appears there, and this is actual application running in the Dartpad. So I can actually working, and I can even, let's try to put some wizard in it. So I'm gonna change it to, I don't know, hello DevFest 2023, and then I'm gonna run. Then it will just appear here, right? So it's really easy, and this is useful tool when you have some trouble on your dev environment. Maybe you can just switch to Dartpad, and then you can continue, okay? All right, so next one. So in this workshop, we're gonna also use Firebase. So what is Firebase is like serverless backend technology. So you don't need to write any backend, but you can still access database in your infrastructure, which is actually Firebase. So you don't need to write any single backend code, but you can still benefit all the backend. So here in the Firebase today, we're going to use authentication and then Firestore, two of them. That is what you're going to use during the workshop. All right, so I don't think everyone have a laptop. I don't think everyone have for the environment, right? So I want to do the pair programming.
Okay, so we're going to start with like the basics. So yeah, but for this session, you will need Git. So in the USB, you have Git. I think most of the people have it. You need VS Code, so it's also in the USB key. So just install it, or maybe just go to the download link and make sure that you have the Flutter extension. It will give you a lot of tools like generating a snippet to have widgets, the linter, the format tools, anything you need to develop with Flutter. So in the USB also, you have the Flutter SDK. You can download it, but it's very heavy. So just copy it, just raise hand if needed. and then make sure that you can extract somewhere that your path will be able to get it. So I would recommend to put in a user profile on Windows and home for Linux Mac.
Do you want to try the Flutter on my laptop?
Sorry?
Let's try to show them how to use Flutter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, guys, you have folders. Where's my folder? You have a zip file here. Just put your zip file. I mean the Flutter SDK. The better path is here. Like see user your profile, or if you have Mac or Linux, you don't need to install by the copy paste of Flutter SDK. You just need to run a command line. So just extract your folder here, and then we're going to cover how to set up your path. And there is a Git exe file. You just need to open this and install Git. So because we need Git for our presentation, just go next to, but just change this to the main because we're going to use the main branch. And every other things just don't change and just install Git like as is suggested. And then go further to install. Is everyone have Git on their device? Everyone who needs help, just raise your hand and we're going to help you. Because we need you to, at the end of the session, you have a chat application by Flutter. So we're going to help you to go step by step to make a Flutter application for your chat. Okay, so this is the basic installation. So go ahead.
Wait, you have this. So basically, after installing the Flutter SDK, so you have to link VS Code and Flutter. So on VS Code, you have to tell VS Code where is Flutter, then he can run all the linter, the tools and stuff inside Flutter. So the first step is to change the SDK through the command palette, and then you can create after that a project. When you have the project, you can add Flutter to the path, Flutter SDK to the path through VS Code. If you run the Flutter Doctor, you should have this result, and should be fine. So from the command palette, also you can create a new widget, a new project just to try. So you just type Flutter projects. It will give you one option, and just fill the values, and then just check if it generates you all the projects skeleton. So once the project is generated, just press F5. It should run. So make sure you choose Chrome, because it can run on Windows, Linux, or any devices connected. But for this one, you will need only Chrome. Don't need to install anything else. So if you have this result on Chrome, you're a Flutter developer. So just reminder, some links if you need it now. I don't know if anyone needs some minutes to set up Flutter, or yeah.
Right now, so the next comment is Dart Pub Global Activate. We're going to use Firebase in our application. It's Flutter Fire, so you already have the Dart command, so you don't need to just copy and paste this on your project root. Just copy paste this, activate the Flutter Fire CLI. It takes a little bit time to get the dependencies. Also, the comment is in your documentation. Just copy paste this one on your project root. It takes a little bit time because there are many dependencies in the project root. Okay, this is done. So now we have Flutter Fire CLI also in our project. So we're going to configure our Flutter Fire. Now you don't need to run this, just add all of these 3 packages, just run this command to add those packages on your project. We need Firebase core, we need Cloudflare Sword, and we need Firebase authentication. Just run command one by one. There are 3 packages that we need. Fire Sword, and the last one is the authentication.
With Firebase.
Yes.
Flutter, Firebase, so they Flutter. Three patches.
There is a red error that you can solve, but this. You need to enable developer mode. If you have Windows, that's a Windows struggle. The last one is the Firebase authentication, which we need. And after all, just run this command and it's done. Flutter Fire configure.
It's not recognized. Right. I don't have Flutter Fire installed. Should I?
I think we need to reopen this.
Oh, just start.
I get it. This is if you did the config, just you need to create new project. Just click on the new project, and then select the web, and when you hit the web, it's done. Everything is in your project. Just put the name like Flutter chat, blah blah blah, my project or something. And then we're going to add the configuration to our application. Just in your main file, just add this line, which you can find on your documentation. You can copy paste this with your main one. Just copy and paste it here with your main. I don't have I haven't configured, so I have the error. So you just need to see. Maybe I should put the CLI in my project. I don't know.
It's okay. Let's move to the dark now.
No, we don't have Dartpad right now. No, Dartpad. Okay, if you haven't done so far, there is a Dartpad which is using our Firebase configuration. It's not your Firebase configuration, so it's ours. Your chat is going to our Firebase store. This is the thing we're going to use here. The next step, we are going to use the send message and configuring the send message and retrieve the message for our Firebase. The first step is sending a message. We need sign in anonymously because Firebase needs to be authenticated. So just add this line to your main file, and here you have to go to Firebase right now, to Firebase console. Just the URL is in your documentation. Just click on the URL and you go to the Firebase console. I haven't done the project, so Flutter defs. And if you go to your console, you see the authentication. Just go here and enable your authentication. Put the get a star and anonymous and enable this. And also we need Firestore Cloud Firestore. Click on this and enable your create database. Click on the test mode and select whatever it shows you because it's the best one, and then enable your Firestore Cloud. And now you have the Firebase also. This is all of the configuration you need. You don't need to do anything else. Everything else is going to be covered by the code. So we need to add two function, two JSON and from JSON, because we're going to use JSON for our communication to the Firebase. So add these two functions to your chat message model. We're going to use this from JSON and to JSON to communicate with the Firebase. And then replace this new send message because we're adding the Firebase send message. The Firebase send message is so simple because we had the two JSON here. You don't need to convert it to the JSON. It's a cloud Firebase collection.add, and this is your collection name, chat. And if you add, you can see the chat. And then we're going to send a message. I'm using my Firebase here, so I'm going to my old Firebase. If you reach this step, you can see your messages here. So I'm going to use, we haven't reached so far by the code. So we're going to use our Dart path here. We don't have Dart path for this step. So we're going to we're going to use the last Dart path, which is our project. We also don't have time, so just run this Dart path. For example, I hit the message, I put the message ASFFTP. And if you check your Firebase here, so where is my Firebase? I think you can see the message. You should see the message here. Remove collection, what?
Remove and reset.
Oh, remove whole collection? I'm going to send again. Okay, now you can see your message here. It's a real-time database, so anytime I put the message, you can see the message is coming. And you can check who is this. So we are having the send message so far. Now we want to see the messages in our application. So we're going to change something. We need a new query documentation because this comes from the Firebase. So copy and paste in your chat message model, like here. If you add it, also you can retrieve get the documentation, get the document from Firebase. This is need an import, just import the doc. And then you need the chat list. I'm going to, move up, continue because we don't have time to explain everything. Just what you can do is that check out to the last step, which is the step 5. Just run this command and you will see the whole application. Okay, we have the, now if you check out to the last step, you have everything on your new application. You can see we have a chat list, which we use the stream. Stream is kind of like a pipe, is a widget. Every data goes to this pipe. You listen to this here with the stream builder, and you can see the new messages real time. So this is kind of a cool widget that shows the real time data on your application. We're going to use this and use the stream of the Firestore. This is how we get the collection. Our collection is called chat, and we get this and we order by the time that we sent. And we're going to listen to this stream. And if we have error, we show the error here. And if we don't have data, which means is SC getting the data from the Firebase, so we show the circle progress. It's like a circle progress indicator. So, and then we have the messages that we are going to use that method we made before. And we convert the JSON to the model. We're using these methods. And then everything else is like before, just you need to show the message, which is the title, and which is the message and the timestamp. Yeah, this is everything that we need. So everything you need also in the Dartpad, only you need to just open this link, which is here. This is the last step, and if this one is our Firebase, if you have your own Firebase, you won't see anything because it's your Firebase. If you have configured your Firebase on your project, you have your own, you can play with that. But this is the Firebase that we use, that everyone, if you use this Dartpad and run the project, you can see this Dartpad. And then you see the messages here. You can send the messages. That's it. And for the next step, you can for the next step, you can deploy your project to the GitHub page or Firebase. With Firebase, like the CLI is too easy to deploy your chat application to the Firebase like we have right now. This is my previous one that we use. This is deployed. It's too easy to use, and you can just search it on the Google. That it shows you the how you can deploy your project to the Firebase. You can add authentication, which we use anonymous because we didn't want to spend time to the email and the authentication. You can have the user, and after you're having the user and with the username and email, you can have a group chat. You can add a database for each group, and you can moderate your messages. You can delete or anything you want. And the last step, which is tempting, using AI or ChatGPT in your application with the Firebase and so on. Our next event, we will improve. This is our first workshop that we did, so we had many issues. Sorry for that. We wanted to use Windows because we had the issue with the projector and everything, but next time we're fixing our problem. This is the first workshop that we have. Next workshop will be at Concordia, 25th of October. You can also join. We're not going to repeat everything again. We're going to add something more fun, like AI or anything that we can do. And 22nd of November, we have another Flutter meetup in another place. We're going to have at least one event each month. So if you join us every time, you will understand how to work with Flutter and what cool stuff you can do. And please join our community. It goes to the website that has everything, has all of links that we have. Our main channel is Discord. You can ask any question. You can try this documentation if you haven't done so far. You can just go here and do it. All of this together. You can have your own chat app. Sorry if you had made mistake. We're going to improve and fix our problem. Thank you so much.